a good 2 or 3 hours for my arm to quit shaking and me to quit crying.
Wow.
That's why my
amazing.
hair has to be flat ironed to this day because it's naturally frizzy because of electricity.
Jeez, golly. you altered your DNA with that,
I
that
did.
situation.
That's
Wow.
why I have to plug my car every winter to make sure I don't shock myself.
Wow.
That hurts.
Have you ever been, because you're probably mechanical, have you ever been shocked by a freaking spark plug?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, that hurts.
Oh.
That is not pleasant.
No, they did it on Supernatural one time. It didn't look fun.
Yes, that hurts. We used to ride a go-kart all the time, and the way to cut the engine off is you push a little thing on the spark plug, and it deactivates
Why would
whatever.
you want to do that?
But I mean, I slipped and hit the spark plug and shocked the crap out of myself.
What if you're sweating?
So-
Well, the spark plug maintains the charge for a little bit.
Negative.
Yes.
Negative.
So those are good old days and riding
Yeah.
a go-kart and everything, and the 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers and stuff. So
That's how you get
oh my
frizzy
goodness.
hair.
Yes.
Who
Oh my
needs
goodness.
humidity?
It
You got
makes-
electricity.
And it made this part of your finger completely numb for probably, about a good 10 minutes?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did your
It's-
hand shake?
It didn't shake, but it went about
Oh.
up to right here. And went
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you-
remember it.
You'll feel it. Like,
all the way
it's
up.
not pleasant.
No, it's like your whole hand. It like throbs. It
yes.
was bad.
Yes. Being electrocuted is not fun
It
at
was
all.
bad. I
Not
was
fun.
probably about 8 when it happened.
Right.
Holiday Inn. Me and Jenny looking for holes to put keys in so we could play house. And I said, look at that.
Look, she's shaking her head over there. Look at her.
It was bad. I cried for about a couple hours. It
I
was
remember.
bad.
I remember I stuck a key in a socket when I was younger. That wasn't too fun. But once again, mistakes you make
Well,
one time.
when you make a socket the same size as a key and a kid puts 2 and 2 together, actually sticks it in there, then yeah.
Right. That needs to be a Family Feud, topic.
That-
Things you have done only once in your life.
That could be fun.
Right.
Oh, that would be real fun.
That would be fun.
Right.
Yeah. Stick it on your forehead.
That would be
What did
something.
you do? I know what you
Uh-oh.
did, but you don't know.
Right.
I've
Right.
done my fair share of stupid.
I want to go back. I don't know if I was talking to you about this a while back or not, but we're trying to figure out what's your earliest. No, I was talking about Tanya, one of our upcoming guests. She's a yoga instructor. She's going to be coming on a little bit later on in next month. We were talking about the very earliest memories of your life that you can remember. How far back can y'all go? What was your very first memory when
That's
you were
hard.
younger? I know what mine was. What was y'all's?
Oh, that's hard.
And a couple of people I've talked to already, they can actually remember. 4 years old.
I do. I was
so-
2 years old
2 years old.
at
What?
Disney World. Let me tell you. My
Jeez,
mom and
how
dad
was it
took-
coming out your mom's when you were born? Do you remember that? I mean,
No.
geez, come on.
No, no,
2
no.
years old though. Come on.
I remember riding Dumbo. That's all I remember.
At
I
2
can
years
see
old.
Dumbo.
That's incredible.
When we went to
Wow.
Disney World. That's all I
Wow.
remember.
You went with your sister?
No, she wasn't born.
Okay.
See,
Wow.
the earliest childhood memory I have is actually from video because I had a head injury. But now, and my dad makes fun of me to this day because of it, it is kind of funny. But the first dog I ever had was a Boston Terrier, and that was my dog. His name was Gumbo.
Go
that's
ahead.
a
Awesome.
cute
Yeah,
name.
I love it.
What I used to do is when my grandmother would put dog food out in the bowl for him, I'd sit down at the dog food bowl and I'd hand him one,
Oh,
and
no.
I'd take one and be like,
She used Let me shut
As a
up.
kid, right?
and hand it
Yeah.
out. Yep. I was probably 4 or 5 at the
Wow.
time.
Come
And I was
on,
like,
wow.
really? I'm like, Dad, you didn't stop me? He goes, no, I just videotaped it.
I
He
did.
goes, because I was going to use it as ammunition against you.
Go
Kids
home.
do that though. They
Yeah.
always eat stuff like that.
Yes, they do,
I
right.
never tried it, but
Right. It's
I
like
did
drinking out
bite
the
the
hose
dog
pipe.
on the nose.
You bit the dog on the nose.
She bit me one time. I became
So
the alpha
in
on that.
retaliation, you did bit her
I
back.
bit her back, and that dog
Wow.
respected me from that day forward.
There you go. Right.
That
It
works.
was not very pleasant.
Right.
It was salty. I would not recommend it to my worst enemy.
But it did the trick, though, right?
Hey, so basically look like
It
pig
worked.
ears.
She loved me.
A lot of
Pig
cartilage.
ears, really? Gross.
Pickled
What?
pig ears.
A lot of cartilage.
Way to take it and spin it.
Right. And that helped shape you into the person you are today.
Between electrocution and dog snot.
Right.
Mm.
My very earliest recollection as a kid was in pre-K. Miss Mel Bush was my teacher. Of course, she passed away. She was a police juror, a long-time police juror. So she taught pre-K, and so they were giving out coloring pages to everybody in the class. And I do remember that vividly over there in Lakeland at her house over there. So they go like, okay, so we want y'all to color the fruit on a page. So it's like a little bowl of fruit. We had, banana, orange, and everything. So, and here's your little box of colors to color everything. Okay,
You
cool.
ate
So
the crayons.
no, I
didn't
did not.
you?
Never ate crayons before. No, I never did that.
Good boy.
No, I never did that. I did used to eat the wax things with the
That's okay. I
with-
tasted
remember
flavor.
those wax things with the Kool-Aid stuff in it? I used to drink
No,
the
those
Kool-Aid.
are good though. You're supposed to eat
Right.
those.
But not chew the wax though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
don't feel
that's
bad.
normal,
We all
Dave.
ate the-
That's normal.
Okay.
Okay. Did y'all eat the
Yeah.
candy cigarettes?
Yes, I
did.
still do.
Those are coming back.
They sell the candy sticks every year. When I was pregnant with Breeze, they didn't sell them. Dollar
Yes,
store.
Yes.
Every
But see,
year.
then they stopped selling them because of the PC reasons. But
Yeah.
now they're selling them again.
They're not cigarettes anymore. They're candy sticks. They all taste
but
the same.
but they look like a freaking pack of cigarettes. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
They're like 10 calories a little box. I
Yes,
love
I
them.
saw some
Oh,
of
I
those other
love
day.
them.
I can
Yes,
eat my
those
weight
were
in
good.
those.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I remember the
dad-
red tips on the
my
end.
dad
Remember
was
the
a-
red tip?
Yeah, they don't have tips on these.
My pops was a smoker
In other
when
words,
I
they're
was
weed
little.
sticks.
When they
Sucks, man.
still had the candy cigarettes, and I can remember vividly. My dad would be smoking, working on stuff back from his shift in the fire department, and I'd be out there with my little candy box of cigarettes.
Right. Right. Oh, you're cool, man. Hey, go for it,
Oh,
man.
they're so good,
Yeah.
though.
Yes,
Oh.
they were good. Yeah,
They
very
melt
good.
in your mouth.
Yes,
Oh, my
they were
God.
good.
Y'all, I wanted them so bad when I was pregnant with Breeze.
Right.
I wanted
That was your
them
craving,
Oh,
huh?
they didn't
Right.
sell them that one year. They weren't selling
But you
them.
could get the same thing with the dipsticks.
No.
The sugar,
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
same
remember
Right,
that.
but they
thing.
don't taste the same because these melt in
remember
your
that.
mouth.
They melt in your mouth too.
I don't know.
I remember those things too. Those are fun candies growing up.
I-
But so anyway, so
We
where's
got a
Breeze
phone
at?
call.
Breeze, go answer that phone in the other room if you don't mind.
Like
I think
my
I hung
daughter
up.
Oh,
Julie,
never mind,
Yeah,
Breeze.
like that's one of the candies I look for every Halloween when my daughter
The
gets
candy sticks.
is the dipstick
Pixie
candies.
sticks?
Oh, you
I remember those. Those
You
are
got to
really
get
good.
those at the dollar
Yeah.
store. All the dollar stores got all that good stuff. Good
So
stuff.
back to my little story real quick. So she put the colors on the table. Here's the colors. Everybody color the fruit, So so I'm going like, got the banana yellow, got the apple red, and going down to the orange right here. So I'm going to my little color box here. I don't see any orange colors. What the heck, man? So I don't know. I just green. I guess is pretty cool. So I started coloring the orange green, and so we all handed our papers back to Miss Mel, and so she gives me a big old mark. The oranges are not green. They're yellow. I mean, they're orange. They're orange. They're orange. And I'm going like, I didn't have any colors in the basket to color the thing in the right color, So I do remember that.
Dave, that's a terrible first time memory.
I know. That's the only thing I remember.
Oh, that's terrible.
I can't remember anything prior to what's pre-K, about like 4 to 5, depending on
I
your
Four or
born.
five,
swallowed
yeah.
a button in first
Right.
grade. My grandma rushed me to the doctor, Dr. Macklemore. He
Swallowed a
said
button.
it was a button. She'll live.
It'll go through you. Probably
A
went
little
through.
bitty teeny bus. I don't know what I was doing.
Most stuff that you swallow does go through you.
Yeah.
If it's not jagged or anything,
Some
right?
things, yeah.
Right. So I've seen people swallow pennies and coins and stuff.
Yeah,
so
Tim
those through you.
swallowed a quarter. He said when he was riding his bike down, he used to live down Main Street. He hit the bump by Langlois.
Cool,
Is that
right.
what that grocery store's called?
Cool.
He said he had it in his mouth. He was going to buy a Coke with it, and he hit that bump, and when he did,
Cool.
it was
Man,
gone.
wow. I remember riding my 3-wheeler, swallowing many, many insects in my mouth. Like, oh man,
gross.
yeah. Have you ever done that before? Or you motorcycle or whatever?
I have a question on that note.
What's that?
If you swallow a mosquito that's full of blood, can you get West Nile or AIDS?
That's a good question.
That is a
Interesting,
good
interesting.
question.
Yes,
I've never
interesting
even thought
question.
about that.
Because you're getting the
Wow.
live bacteria in your bloodstream.
But you have hydrochloric acid in your stomach that's
yeah.
destroying that stuff.
it's
Yeah.
still AIDS, though. It's still
But-
West Nile.
But it's got to go down your esophagus.
Uh-huh.
And it's got to
So
go
if
down
he
your esophagus, the
pops-
mucus.
That
If it
is-
pops,
wow,
yeah.
Right.
that is a
It's
very
interesting.
that's
Yes.
why I don't walk at night. I think this stupid stuff through.
Right. Well, spray yourself
But
with some
what
off.
happens
Yeah,
if
but if you walk and you eat him,
True.
and they're not very tasty either.
what happens if a
not.
mosquito bites you after it spits somebody infected?
Oh, you get it, I'm sure. I've always thought that too. Like if you see a mosquito full of blood, don't
Right.
mess with them.
What about
boy.
people that like do like this? and
That's
has
what
blood
I'm
everywhere?
screaming. And if you got an
Right.
open wound,
Right.
man, this could get seriously bad
So,
quick.
Geez, I never thought about that either. I guess you just flick it off. I don't know.
I
wow.
thought about that.
Right. What were some things you were taught overseas, like in the army?
They don't
or
have
whatever?
mosquitoes
I mean,
over there.
Oh yeah, they do.
they
have
really?
Mosquitoes are everywhere,
Wow.
everywhere. And see, that's why we take stuff like doxycycline because, like, when we were over in Afghanistan, like malaria was a big issue.
Oh yeah.
So like we'd have to take doxycycline pills, and the bad part about it is about taking antibiotics. It's almost like a double-edged sword because taking antibiotics for a whole year,
You get
it
used
kills
to
out all the good antibiotics
Right.
or the good bacteria that's in your body. So when you come back overseas, you got to get on. And they don't tell you this. You find out the hard way because you're like you're all messed up, and you're like, why am I feeling like crap? And you go see a chiropractor, and they're like, well, because you've been on antibiotics the entire year. You
What
need
about
to
eating
take some
yogurt?
Probiotics.
Or, yeah, probiotic yogurt. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah.
But it's good to eat yogurt anyway, whether you're on
Well,
that
yeah,
or not.
yogurt's
So
good for
it's
you.
very good for you. Yes.
Yeah. I like freezing mine.
What is it? What's the brand name?
No, I just freeze it.
Oh, you freeze yours. Yeah, freeze it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, stick
so
it
you
in the
freeze
freeze.
it.
Uh-huh.
So how do you eat it after that? You gotta dig your spoon
but
into it.
But it's good, man. It's like frozen yogurt. What?
Yes, indeed. That's awesome. That is
and it
great.
also doubles as ice pack too in your lunchbox because it's stayed frozen.
Okay,
for a
you've been
while.
there, done that before, then.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to bring those to lunch every day.
Yes, that is great. So, healthy diet is very, very good.
That's true.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very, very good. All right. Well, I think we had
no
a
more
great.
mosquitoes.
No, well, that's South
when
Louisiana.
you jog, keep your mouth shut.
Yes, that's South Louisiana for you.
Are you
though.
turning into a mosquito zombie?
I mean, mosquitoes are just like one part of our problems down here. Are you kidding me, man?
Oh, I know, right?
Yes, we got tons of other stuff.
Oh, the thing.
Louisiana's
Traffic.
It is our state bird, though, right? Mosquito.
Louisiana's
No,
like
it's our
our
state
hemisphere's
insect, huh?
version of Australia.
State bird.
Is it really?
I'm just joking. With
Oh.
you.
You know that Maryland means big mosquito. No, just mosquito.
Yeah, Marigold means mosquito. It
Well,
sure
then you
does,
got Big Head right down the road, so
Go
you
state.
got big-headed mosquitoes. I live
Yeah.
on cluster.
Right. Right. That's right.
That's true.
So
That
go
is
ahead. I'm
so true.
sorry.
I said Louisiana's like our version of Australia. And it's like you got little things that kill you, you got big things that kill you, and then zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
That's true. Don't forget the vampires.
Yep.
Right.
They got plenty of them.
Go to New Orleans.
That's right.
New Orleans.
Jenny, you was just out there. She saw some vampires.
Yes. I was listening to Coast the other night on WJBO, and they actually had a vampire they had as a guest on.
Whoa,
like a
time out.
real life vampire.
Was it a daytime show or nighttime show?
No, it's a nighttime show.
Yes. nighttime show.
Seriously?
The biggest show in
Coast
the
AM.
country.
Yes.
Did they wear garlic?
Well, no, he was a real
I'm
life.
sorry.
He was a real life vampire. They were interviewing on the phone.
Did they have a mirror?
No, they were just talking about him being a real life vampire.
Yeah, it's
So they
George
don't know this
Norrie.
for a fact.
George Norrie is a phenomenal guy. Like, shout
Yes.
out to Coast. Like, if anybody's
Yes.
an insomniac or works the night shift,
Yeah, working
check
dogs.
out 1150 AM or 96.5.
Cool.
Those are two talk show radios. That's George Norrie, what David's talking about. He's always got different shows on, whether it's talking about supernatural things, talking about current events, talking about anything to do with UFOs. Has
Cool.
great
Oh,
shows
yes,
about
right.
What?
with Steve Quell. Great show.
Oh, yes,
I ain't
shows
staying
as
up to
well.
listen to
No,
him,
you're
man.
you're sleeping that
phenomenal.
night. But
So,
Yes.
does this start? Can he take pictures?
well, it's a website. It has a website.
He has a
Well, so
Coast
can
Coast
he-
AM. He does podcasts as well.
Oh no, I mean the vampire guy.
I didn't listen to the show. I just heard that they interviewed a vampire recently, and I need to go.
Interview with a
Yes,
vampire.
a real life vampire.
That
yes.
movie didn't turn out very well for the people doing the interview.
No,
No.
no.
Right, right.
But didn't they like say something smart aleck to him
Well, it
at
was
the end? That's
Christian
why they did it?
Slater, I think, is who it was, or whatever
Yeah.
his name is. Of course, he's gonna say something smart aleck. He ended up getting eaten. No,
Right.
he got turned. Tom Cruise turned him.
Yeah.
But they
Right,
didn't have
wow.
reflections. They couldn't get around sunlight. They couldn't have garlic. So if you can take a picture of yourself, does that technically mean you got a reflection?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
But
I
see-
want to know.
What would make me angry right out the gate is the whole no garlic thing. 'Cause,
I
like,
know, right?
I put
How-
garlic on
it's
everything.
everywhere.
Right. What about getting
No.
stabbed in the heart? That's the way to kill him, right?
With a stake in the heart.
Or a shot with a silver bullet, I think.
No,
That's
Sarah Bull's
werewolves.
werewolves.
Or werewolves.
Oh,
Look, I'm
come
sorry,
on,
okay, I'm sorry.
Dave.
I'm sorry, right.
That's
I'm
werewolves.
sorry, okay, right.
Stake in the heart.
Right.
I don't
Yes.
like steak anyway, so it wouldn't hurt me.
It depends on what
Steak
steak
don't
you're
get
talking
to my
about.
heart.
Oh,
Well,
my
some
gosh.
steak I like, but
That is something. Let's see. There's one other thing I was going to talk about zombies before we left here.
we've got to find out if he's got a reflection, because that could change the whole vampire thing all the way around.
True.
I know.
Touche.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm trying to remember what I was going to ask you about zombies. One last thing I was going to say, but I can't remember it right off the bat here, but we might catch it later on. But all right, so that's going to wrap us up pretty much. We're hitting against the hour right now. Is there anything that you want to kind of go over?
Trick or treat safety.
Yeah, give us some tips as a
zombie
police officer. Yes,
safety.
right. Take it
Trick or
away.
Trick or treat safety. Make sure to have fun. Do your best. Travel in groups. Like Datha said at the beginning of the show. New Roads will be doing the Christmas on Main Street, or not Christmas, trick or treating on Main Street like they normally do. Fairfield will be doing their, or not Fairfield, the neighborhood behind the Shell Station will be doing their trick or treating like they normally do.
Do they know what times yet?
No, there hasn't been any posted times. Usually it's between 7:30 and 8 o'clock like normal.
I thought so, yeah.
Other than that, be sure, like you said, check all the candy. If you notice anything that has open marks or any type of punctures, disregard it. Have a blast is the biggest thing.
Get a lot of candy.
Get
Yes,
as much
right.
candy as
you
possible.
Gotta
don't-
last the whole year.
That's
Gotta
right.
last.
in the freezer.
One thing I would like to say is New Rose City does not have, and gratefully so, we do not have criminals that bust out windows and do things of that nature. We have opportunists. So people lock your doors to your vehicles when you get off of work, lock your doors to your house, and lock your windows when you get home or you go to bed or when you leave. That prevents 99% of the issues that we have.
Also,
especially
invest in a
around-
large dog.
invest in large
That'd
dogs.
be nice, too.
Yes.
Yes.
So as the holidays get closer and our burglary season picks up, do us a favor, lock your windows, lock your doors.
It
Helps
extends
us out
all
big
into
time.
Christmas because you got
That's
Christmas
right.
gifts. Yes. And what about putting that big old huge box full of
That's right.
60-inch TV in the driveway
I never
for the
understood
garbage?
that. That
Right.
is like, I don't want to know you got a 75,000-inch TV.
Right.
I don't want to know.
Well, let's just face it.
that.
Most people have some kind of a flat screen in their house anyway. But you,
Yeah, but you know
you're
that-
telling everybody you got a brand new one though.
Those aren't exactly popular anymore, anyway.
Right.
Besides, who's gonna sit there and try to take the time to lug one of them big boys out?
Right.
Those things are huge.
Yes.
You'd be amazed. Like, I scratch my head every time I go into.
Those are the
a
smart.
burger
Those are the
store.
smart
I'm
criminals.
impressed.
Right.
No,
those
they're
are
not
those are the
smart.
dumb smart
If
criminals.
they were
Dumb
smart,
smart
they
would-
would.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
could go in the. I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, say it.
Walmart self checkout
Talk-
and
talk
accidentally
to us,
forget to
Datha.
scan it.
Right.
I didn't. I'm
Well,
not condoning that.
That's
I'm
why.
just
That's why
saying.
Walmart's not open 24 hours anymore. Probably.
Right.
I've seen people or drive around the back of the store and come back out at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people do
Yep.
mean things. It is dishonest to steal. Those who steal, it is dishonest.
Yes. Right.
It
You
does
will
not
get
pay
caught.
off.
Yeah, you will get caught.
You will
Yes.
get caught eventually, and when you do, the payment that you are paying for stealing that little bitty
Thank you.
$500 TV is not worth
Thank
it.
you. What's felony theft now? What's the price on that? It changed, didn't it?
It's constantly changing.
10
so,
years in prison.
No, I mean,
Hard time.
what constitutes felony theft as far as value?
I believe it's up to $1,000 now.
I heard
That's it?
600. I heard-
500, and then went to 750.
Oh,
and
come
now I think
on.
it's
That's
1,000.
what? It's
Well, that's
1,000.
crazy because half the people's
Dude,
stuff ain't even worth that
It needs to be
much.
going down, not up.
What the? That's worse than insurance.
Right. That's
Car
felony theft right there.
insurance.
That's felony theft. your insurance people.
They ain't
are-
gotta worry about that.
do it for you every
But there's
month.
different degrees of theft.
I
'cause
mean, nobody's got anything over $1,000 in their house, hardly. I don't.
Not even a single item, you know.
I
mean,
know.
But here's the thing:
yeah.
someone breaks into your house is automatically a felony because it's burglary.
Okay, but like if they
Wow.
take one thing worth 1,000, or they take like 10 things that equal 1,000.
10 things equal 1,000.
Ah, interesting.
They can
Boom.
take- all right, there we
Boom.
go.
Interesting. Now we're talking.
Hit that nail on that head.
Yes, now
we
we're
had to
talking.
clarify that.
Yes. So if you want to steal something from my house, gather it all up as much as you can.
Get a big bag.
Take it out.
Because
Right.
we're gonna take you down.
We're
when
gonna
we find
bury you under the jail. That's
you
right.
ain't gonna have time to.
That's
think
right. If you can
about
get
where
past
to
Datha's
hide it.
dog, you're gonna bury you under
Oh,
the
and
jail.
she hates people.
And her alarm system.
She loves me though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to alarm systems, like, definitely got to get JJ on one day because, like,
That's a
he's
good
pretty
idea.
good. He's a pretty good guy to talk about alarm systems and camera systems.
Real
and all
elite
that
video
Well,
you
you know
talking about,
what?
Josh, or who's that?
Peanut with City New Rose Police
Oh
Department.
yeah,
You
Johnson.
know what
yeah.
though? Christmas is coming up. That is a good idea. Christmas is coming up. We do need to talk about that,
Yes.
especially
Because-
the way things are going on.
Let's get it done.
Inve-
Next
Yeah.
month. Yes.
No,
Investing
yeah.
investing in a
Right.
good alarm system or a good camera system for your house is always an excellent idea.
Are both.
Or both, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many companies now that are offering dual monitoring
Ring.
alarm systems. Ring is
Oh,
coming out with an amazing
I'm getting a
system.
ring. I need 2 though, so I'm about to save up for
And,
2.
and Ring is also offering is starting to do an outstanding program where they're starting to integrate with agencies where instead of it going just with the monitor, it goes straight to the dispatch, and then
Is it an alarm system or it's just a?
it's an alarm
Y'all
system
talking the
that's
doorbell?
monitored, but it
Yeah.
The doorbell rang.
So Ring. I'll do it for free sample in Point View Parish.
Yeah, Dave will do
Nobody
a
around
commercial
here
for
has
you.
any.
Yeah. We'll do
Just
a commercial at Datha's house.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool.
So
Yeah.
would they tap into your current alarm system?
So, like what I've read on the Ring deal with the agencies that are tapped in with the Ring program is, it's basically like, let's say I'm an officer responding to the residents, and my agency's tapped into the Ring network. If your alarm system has a camera and they're currently breaking into your house, I can tap into that feeder, and they say, okay, look, we know where the burglars are at the house. I can see who it is at the time as I'm rolling up to the house.
Can you talk to them?
Wow.
I don't think that law enforcement
How cool would
officers
that
have
be?
the ability
How cool
to
would that
talk to
be?
I would
Yeah.
be like,
But-
you know, by the way, cop's been called. You might as well stay because they know what you look like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Save yourself some time.
They know your footprints.
Yep.
They know
see
your
how-
fingerprints.
See how ugly
They
you
saw
are.
where you spit in the yard. Bro, you in trouble. You might as well
Yep.
just stay because your face is all over the news now.
Yep.
But they can only see whenever there's an active alarm in process. It's not like they can look anytime they want to.
No, but like if we saw something, we could tell you.
Well, yeah.
I like
Interesting.
it. But you
Wow.
can talk to the people.
That is really cool.
I
Can
won't
you
worry.
set it off manually?
Correct.
As soon as you
All-
walk in front
all-
of it, it sets off.
Oh, okay.
All alarms you can set off manually. Like, for example, the alarm I had in Fort Walton Beach at my house there, I had a panic alarm, and
I
then I
have
also
that.
had an alarm where, and it was kind of cool, there was a way that I could do the alarm pad. Like if someone were to come in the house and say, hey, okay, disarm your alarm. If I punched in a certain code, then it would automatically trigger okay, he's in trouble.
Mine too.
yeah,
If
that's
you push
cool.
a certain button,
Love
Yeah.
it.
I could have fire squad, police, anybody
That's
over there.
awesome. Yes, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Contact you because they know that there's something.
Right.
Right.
Nice.
send whoever
Like it's kind of like a little silent thing under the thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like the proverbial button under the table at the convenience store. Like,
Correct.
Don't know
right.
the bank.
Right. Or the bank
Oh,
too,
no,
right?
they do
Yeah,
have
they
those
have
at
them at
convenience
convenience
stores.
stores.
That's right.
Yep.
I forgot.
Yep. That's
Yep,
really cool.
You're right.
Yes, indeed. For once in my life. That's awesome. All right, well, good deal. We're going to wrap this up. Thanks, Derek, for coming out, and we're definitely going to have you back as a regular guest, like I always say. So you go. So welcome to the team.
Well, next
Give me
year we're gonna have to
five.
dress up as zombies though, for real.
Yeah, put some cobwebs all over the place and
Yeah.
dangle some stuff
Our
from the ceiling.
next Halloween special, we'll definitely have to do something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
our first role.
Convince the wifey to come out
This
Yeah.
yes, this whole room is going to be totally transformed. It's going to be really cool. So
Right.
it's going to be really cool. Maybe have some Halloween bands playing or something. I don't know. It'd be really cool.
Horror music in the back.
I
Riley
know,
can
right?
go hit the house.
Maybe even have us like a
Do it.
a
You can do
star.
it better.
Like a, right.
Halloween sound.
That's the best I can do. You totally
Right.
do it.
We get the idea though.
Johnny on the spot.
I'm totally with you. I know where you're going with. I'm totally with you on that, man. So yeah.
One thing that's coming up in November, starting the first weekend in November, we're going to be trying to get a gentleman on that I deployed with. His name is Sean Krupski.
Yes.
Yep.
Um,
That's gonna be
Sean,
fun.
Yes.
Retired Green Beret, state trooper in Tennessee. Also has his own company
Yes.
where he teaches firearms and has a very long distance range. That is to be determined if it would be the first weekend or follow on from there.
Yes.
I'd like to do a shout out to anybody in the Point Capee area or New Roads or anybody else in our listening audience that is a former veteran and would like to tell their story for the month of November.
Yes. Come on in.
In reference to Veterans Day.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
Yep.
coming up.
Yes, we have
November 11th.
two seats for you right here to do whatever you want to do and talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's great. Well, that sounds great. Another thing I want to remind everybody about is two things coming up with the Dave K Show. So with two big events coming up next year. Number one, we're going to have our 75th show party at the City Club in Baton Rouge. Tentatively, now, this is another thing real quick. So I had to change the date again because
I know. I'm lost on that.
January is not going to be a good date because there's too much stuff going on. February is what we're looking at right now.
We ought to just
So,
wait till spring.
I don't know. I'm trying to see here. I want to have something sooner rather than later because I do have another thing I want to do. We are going to have our first live studio audience
Well, we can do all that.
end of January is what we're looking at. So over here at the Julian Partridge Theater downstairs.
Live people.
Yes, live people. So live audience interaction. We'll have we'll do a monologue. We'll do.
That means bloopers will be on.
Yes, we'll have audience reactions. We'll be high-fiving everybody.
Not that we have very many of
We're gonna have
those.
us a comedian on, have some jokes and stuff. We'll have us a band playing. It's gonna be really,
Why
really
are you
cool.
looking at me like that?
Because you love comedians. I heard y'all
That- I'm
laughing earlier.
funny.
Y'all were both laughing at
Well,
somebody.
I am
somebody's got
laughing at.
jokes.
Oh yeah, that's Jeff Dunham.
Jeff
Right.
Dunham!
If you want to come on the show, you're welcome.
Oh, we wish.
Yes. That'd be really
Bring.
cool.
Come on.
Ahmed.
Right, if you're in the area, right.
You have
So-
to say it when you say it.
We will be having an Eventbrite set up on our Dave K Show Facebook page, so you can get tickets at $5. You can't beat that. Come have 3 hours of good time
Yeah,
with all of
something
us
to
crew. It'll be a lot of fun.
It's
so.
safe. It's down the road. It's right
Yes.
next to the house.
Exactly, and you're supporting your local media, your local talent, your local anything having to do with fun stuff in
Keeping our
Louisiana.
mints supplied.
Yes, that's
You
right.
know,
Right, helping us
have
get bigger
guests
and
with
better.
bad breath. We like to
Right.
eat our mints.
We're trailblazing. We are paving new roads, and what we're doing here, media in Point Capee has never been like this before. for. We're breaking some ground.
Yep.
Hopefully our ancestors will look back and go like, wow, they started a pretty cool thing. So.
Yep. If the computers don't eat them first.
Right. Well, we'll just have to go back to smoke signals after that. Then.
Right. Paving new roads and new roads.
Exactly.
Show's
Right.
on.
Right. That's why I love Tesla so much. Anyway, so all right, sounds great. So that is going to wrap up our show for today. Thanks everybody for joining us. We had a great time.
Yep.
And I always say for Timothy Gyro in the back, Derrick Poirrier, and Miss Datha Bourret.
And now you got the zombie inside. So the more you know, watch the show.
Boom, that's it.
Well,
that
you
is
need
it.
to watch the show because zombies is important. You need to know this.
Yes, right. Hopefully you learned something out there for sure.
That's right.
All right, and last but not least, I'm David K. Gyro. We're going to see you guys on the next episode. Don't go away. Like and share this video. Get it out there. Subscribe also. We'll see you guys later.
Bye,
Take it
guys.
easy.
Have a
Bye.
safe trick or treat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.